If life is such a dream, then you know I'm living lucid. You gotta be like water, so you know I'm living fluid. If I talk about it, then you know that I'ma do it. And if I get a shot, then you know that I'ma shoot it. And if I'm gonna fall, I don't really need a cushion. If love, peace, and hope is really what I'm pushing, you gotta trust the process and surrender to the flow. Sunlight and water's all you really need to grow. I really live this shit, I don't do it off a show. Sunbathing, getting energy through my fro. Look at the bigger picture when you looking at your life. No such thing as wrong, no such thing as right. Okay, watch the levels on it, watch the levels. Checking, mic check. What it is, yo.
Mic check, 1, 2.
We
1,
here.
2.
What's up, family? What's up, family? Peace and love, peace and love. It's your boy, Sunrise the Divine, with something new under the sun, episode 5. What it is, man. I trust everybody's doing amazing. I trust we feeling amazing. I got my man Energy with me. Peace, family. How you feeling?
What's up? Peace, peace, peace. What's good? It's your boy Energy. I'm in here, just nothing new under the sun. Once again, episode 5.
Episode 5. And you gonna stop calling it nothing new under the sun.
I'm sorry.
It's something new under the sun. You said that on the other podcast. I was on the comments on the other podcast.
Man, I got so many podcasts to keep hold of. Like, I got so many titles I gotta remember. I'm damn near on 6 podcasts, man. Like, how am I gonna remember?
On 6 podcasts. And the wild part is I seen him. I was with him the other day, and somebody drove by, and he asking somebody else, "Why ain't you get me on your podcast yet?" I'm like, "You still searching for more podcasts?"
Man, I'm trying to be Lil Weezy like out here on the podcast game. I'm trying to feature on everybody's track.
You featuring on everybody's podcast. Well, I like it. I'm glad you're here. But yes, today introducing my special guest, we got my brother, my kinfolk, a powerful being that I've been kicking it with him since 2020. Yes. Everybody, I would like to introduce Mr. Snow, the General, man. What's up, Mr. Snow?
What's going on, family?
How you feeling?
I'm amazing. Working on music. Yes, we met 2 years ago. Around October 2020. I was beginning the first album. We just hit the ground running. You've been pretty much featured in all of my albums.
Tell them where you from. Well, who are you and where are you from?
I was born in Puerto Rico. I grew up in Cleveland. I lived in Florida for a bit, and then I lived in California for a little bit as well. But Cleveland has always been home. My family's there, and you know what I'm saying? I don't know, it's just something about that place where you just like, okay, this is home. I moved from Puerto Rico there, not knowing the language, and you know what I'm saying, made a lot of great connections there. And you know, that's when you first hook up with a girl and do it. Like, I did all of that in Cleveland. You know what I'm saying?
So you basically had to go from Puerto Rico to Cleveland and learn the language in Cleveland while you was on the go, while you was in real life.
Actually, we moved to Florida, Deltona, and that was like the most racist place you could ever move to. Yeah. And you know, not knowing the language, you know what I'm saying, it was difficult. So I had to go to school and all that, like learning on the fly. Just like, what? So when I moved to Cleveland, there was more of a Puerto Rican outlet, you know what I'm saying, in the city already. So it was different than Florida, because Florida was just like, we lived nothing but white people around us and one black person. His name was Conrad. He was like, it is an interesting story with him. Like I met him and like we go to school together, and like after I left, like homie got ate by an alligator. Like that. Like,
what do you mean ate? Like
he got ate by an alligator. That's like how legit? He passed. Like, that's how he passed. He got ate by an alligator.
Like some crazy.
No, but again, like, you know what I'm saying, like these are the people that you meet. Like, you know what I'm saying, like at that point when I had just moved there. Like, that's all I really had. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Someone that didn't care if I didn't know the language. Yeah. Fuck with me.
Yeah. You know y'all had that energetic connection.
Yeah, fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't matter. Like, somehow we communicated and we got whatever we needed to get across. But again, like, he didn't need to.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's what's up, man. I knew that story. I'm just glad that you told the people that story. And if y'all don't know, I don't know if I told them yet, I'm also from Ohio. Yeah. So that was another connection when we met out here, because I was raised in Columbus, Ohio. I was born in Huntington, West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Went back and forth between West Virginia and Ohio my whole life. So it was just interesting that, we 3,000 miles away from Ohio, and we met and we connected. Like, oh, we both lived in, and Cleveland is right next to Akron. Yeah. And my mom's side of the family is from Akron. I've also lived in Akron. So it's basically, I was right there by Cleveland as well. And it's just interesting how they, the worlds connect.
This is even more wild.
Yeah.
The area code for Columbus is 614. That's how much my son weighed. 614.
Yes, congratulations, happy Father's Day. Mr. Snow just brought in another soul on planet Earth. He's a dad again.
Yeah. So it's the heartland, man. Ohio, and you know what I'm saying, a lot of great things have come from Ohio, and we just continuing to be part of that. You know what I'm saying, and every single being brings something unique to the table, and we're just exploring that and knowing that everyone is unique and just being mindful. You know what I'm saying? So that's what when it comes to the music, that's what we do, and when it comes to just being.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, tell him, what do you do? What you do out here on planet Earth?
Oh man, if I have to put it in a nutshell, I help people with mind reconstruction and narrative shifting.
Okay, let me repeat that. You said you help people with mind reconstruction.
Yes.
And narrative shifting.
Correct.
Yes, I like that. Via music,
via being.
Via being and existence.
Listen, if you around me, like you around me, like like you never get a phone call from me like, yo, what you doing today?
Yeah. It's
more like, this is what we doing. This is what we are. It's always empowering.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
I don't call you for nothing trivial.
Yeah.
Do I?
Mr. Snow, no, you don't play games.
like I don't get on the horn with you and be like, shooting the shit. Like, no. Like,
that's
we
real.
building.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's better to be that way. That's constructive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
I'm only gonna call you for a reason.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying. So that's why, like, when I tell people, like, the only thing I have and the only thing that I demand is that when I call, you answer, because I don't call you for no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when you call, I answer too.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? Like, I'm consistent with that.
Yeah. Okay, man. Now that we know who Mr. Snow is, a little bit more background. We've also been hitting shows together since we've met. We've been doing a bunch of shows. He's been part of shows that me and Energy's thrown. We've been part of shows that he's thrown back and forth. We've been on tour this year, traveling. Snow has been, Trap Sheet Tour went crazy. Like I was telling y'all on episode 1, we've been on tour. Mr. Snow was on tour with us, hit a whole bunch of dates with us.
Yes.
And we basically just been in motion all year. Snow, actually, you just replanted seeds back in Cleveland, right? You just came from LA. You was in LA, now you based in Cleveland, but you still in motion. Because as soon as I seen you touch down, I seen you. Well, like you had a show again. I was like,
yeah, I did. Literally, like the next day, because again, like, it doesn't. When you are what you are, which is value, then the people value you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So when you go, wherever you at, one phone call. Mm-hmm. That's all it takes. Mm-hmm. If somebody's doing something, they're gonna want you to be part of it. Mm-hmm. Because again, you ain't coming for no bullshit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
That's just like. And by the way, Sunrise is the plug. Like, he's the plug. You know what I'm saying?
Plug
like, literally,
on all the alkalines.
Hey, listen, the plug. like literally, like. Even though, you know what I'm saying, I have value in the ways that I do, like, he has constructed, you know what I'm saying, and most of the outlets that I've been able to be a part of has been because of him. Like, I met my wife at his video shoot.
Yeah, that is, you know what? That is, wow. I was actually thinking after the tour was over, I was like, I need to make me a little love connection, because y'all wasn't the first ones that then got together at an event that I done thrown and Trap Cheat and put like 2 or 3 couples together. I was like, but you know the wild part about that video? So look, let me give y'all context. So
like we said, Snow just brought in
Meditation is for gangsters.
Yeah. I was shooting a video last year called Meditation. I'll cue it right here. But I was shooting a video called Meditation, and I put out the call like I always do, and I shoot out videos like, yo, y'all come through. We about to create some content, whatever. And so the first people who showed up the first day of filming was Snow and Natasha, and or AKA Asha. And from my understanding, I didn't know y'all knew each other at all.
Well, come on, I did the show at the rooftop.
At the rooftop, and her and Nanawe.
I had Nanawe, you know what I'm saying? So automatically.
But I wasn't thinking about that in the moment. And so from my point of view, I'm like, oh, they just now meeting. And then we doing the video shoot, we meditating, we hitting the yoga poses in the video. By the time the video was over, we went to Wild Living to go get something to eat. And then at the end of the Wild Living, I just remember Snow was like, yeah, let me get that bag. And then when she got that bag, I was like, oh, the energy changed. I was like, oh, they didn't like harmonize something there. I'm like, what did I miss?
Yeah. That was that trap cheese.
And then to culminate everything, on the anniversary, we just did one of the biggest events, you know what I'm saying, what was it called? Where 1,000 people
Disclosure Fest, mass meditation.
Like for real. Like who like I couldn't have scripted it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And all of it has been, you know what I'm saying, my man, you know what I'm saying, and it's because he put in the work, you know what I'm saying? So when I say he's the plug because he has put in the work, and he has a great network of people, and he's just a great human being. So we're here.
Man, thank you, man, thank you. And I gotta say, I gotta reflect it back. Mr. Snow definitely been putting in work since I met him. I'm like, sheesh, definitely keeps me going when I am up and when I'm down. And also, I gotta say, big shout out to my man Energy, my man. You know, because we started, we started, I wouldn't even have known I like throwing ideas if you wasn't like, yo, let's throw this Halloween, what was it, My Beautiful Dark Vegan Fantasy.
Yeah.
And you was like, let's do this show, we can do that.
But when we met at the park, you know what I'm saying, he was always on like, yo, let's get this done, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
So again, like, you have kept this around you. You know what I'm saying? You have kept people around you that are doing these things, and you're like, okay, let's get it done. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it really takes. Like, we was when we did that event, you know what I'm saying, at the park with the antenna, like, that's some genius ass shit.
Oh yeah, the radio show.
We hijacked the radio.
Allegedly.
Actually, technically, legally, since we were under a state of emergency, and we still are with COVID, it was legal for us to be able to pirate the radio.
Hey,
the
man,
FCC gave allowance for people to tap the radio station.
Direct.
Yeah, so
I was like, what, y'all? Man, y'all don't even know what y'all did. Like,
talk about that. How cool that shit was.
Okay, so y'all, context. We in the middle. Let me just give you
check
context.
on these acai bowls.
Yeah, go check on the acai. We got some acai bowls on the way. Y'all know how we feel about it.
So we go in there today.
Yeah. So middle of COVID, 2020, maybe 2021.
No,
I think this was last year.
No, it's 2020.
2020. Okay,
it's
it's 2020. It was in the midst. You know, we was in the eye of the storm, the eye of the pandemic.
Like,
and we was like, we have been doing some online Zoom shows, and we like, cool, that's cool. But he was like, what can we do to continue to throw shows? Because at this point, we've been throwing shows for like 4 years. And so, boom, I got a friend, a family. Oh, I call everybody family, y'all, if y'all don't know.
Because they are.
Yes. And so I got some family out here who had taught me that he had made a radio transmitter. He knew he made a radio transmitter. And so me and Marcus, AKA Energy, AKA Mango, I call him Mango sometimes. But me and Mango was talking like, and he was like, yo, let's do a rooftop radio show, drive in. Like, we have the stage, people pull up, they can stay in their cars, they 6 feet away from each other because they in their cars, they can turn on the radio, we got the radio transmitter, we get a station, boom, you know what I mean? That way we can have the show right there live, but you could also hear the show in your own car
In the
radio. And so we did this a couple times. We had
so the first time was at the park, and I didn't know that you guys wanted to do a rooftop. But then I instinctively had a location where I could do a rooftop. Mm-hmm. So then I did an event, which we only got to do one because we weren't even supposed to be up there.
Yeah, we weren't. They literally pulled some strings for us.
We weren't even supposed to be up there. So then the second one to that we did right next door, which was the wall. You know what I'm saying? But with the transmitter and just that vision of people being able to pull up and listen to the music in the car, to me it was just genius. Because, all right, if you're scared, stay in the car.
Yeah,
you ain't scared. Join.
Yeah, that was the thing. We had options. You could sit in the car, and that created its own world. Because even though I was helping run the show, I would still go in my other friend's car, and I would hop in, and it was such its own zone that you got the show on the radio playing, and you could look up at any time and see the show, and they right there on stage. But then at the same time, you could look and talk to your friend right beside you or the people right behind you. It's like y'all's in y'all's own zone. We gotta do that again. We gonna do that again.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I think we need to get like we need
I
to
think
get.
they're all right. People are doing it.
No. I think we definitely need to get like a non-disclosure on this idea.
No, it's already done. No, it's already done. You know what happened? Because I remember shortly after that, that's when they had the shortly after that, everybody did it. That's what everybody.
What
was it? Was it Stranger? I think it was Stranger Things or like American Horror Story. They had a drive up, and they had the same thing. You pull up.
But again, like that's one thing. Someone seeing it, but it wasn't like a thing. You know what I'm saying? So like to make it a thing, like you know what I'm saying, like. Yeah, like a drive-in. That's really what it was. It was like a drive-in.
It was like a drive-in. It was
not the movie.
It wasn't the movies. It was live. It was live.
That itself is hard as fuck. Like that concept.
I mean, we can still do it because it's like you could have the same ingredients, but not make the same sauce. You feel me? You can have the same ingredients.
But again, like you in your own car.
Yeah.
So you in your own car, which means that's your own vibe that you brought into that space.
Yeah, y'all laughing, y'all chilling, and then you could get out at any moment and go
join it
and go interact with anybody. Yeah, it was fire. So yeah, we've been coming up with ideas. Like I said, we've been throwing shows for like 5-6 years now, and the ideas that we come up with has been really creative. And the best part is it's fun. You know, it's not easy all the time, but it's fun, and it always turns out great. And it comes with lessons. But what I wanted to get into today. So this is something new under the sun, right?
All right, cool.
And so it's something new under the sun. We usually talk about new philosophies, lifestyles, ideas, or anything that's basically outside of the mainstream conversation or something that may have been forgotten, like ancient ways or ancient wisdom that's not new, but it may be new to some people because we may have forgotten it. Okay. And so each episode we've talked about something different. Last week, what we do? We talked about the liquid journey. We talked about fasting. Right. We hit that last week. It was powerful. Yeah. We had Jerome Shaw in here. He was currently on day 60 when he did the podcast. Yeah. And so this week, what I wanted to talk about, you made it just in time, energy. We getting ready to talk about some energy. You feel me?
Okay.
What I wanted to talk about this week is, have you guys heard about like people activating their supernatural abilities, levitation, telepathy?
This week? No, I haven't.
Not this week.
I would like to know.
Yeah. Like, have you heard about like the monks in like Tibet, the Tibetan monks, and like people on the Far East, and even some people here have claimed to have started to activated some of these supernatural abilities that, you know, we usually only see in movies, you know, cartoons, animes.
I wouldn't put it past nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, the human being don't even know his body. Most people don't even know what their blood type is. So you're not intentional about the human body. You don't know what is possible. I used to be 350. I know what's possible. I done shapeshifted into two different beings. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cause that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the human. That's just the human body.
Yeah.
That's not even touching the mind.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The human body is one thing. The mind is another. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's infinite.
Yeah.
And we know so little because there's so much shit going on in your body right now. You don't have a clue what's going on.
Right.
You don't have because you don't need to. It's doing what it was made to do already on its own.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't need to know how your heart and all that because it's constructed to do what it's meant to do.
Right. It's basically it's got a consciousness of its own. Your body has its own consciousness.
So again, like for people, I mean, we got planes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So again, like at one point, a person that never seen the plane was like, "That's impossible."
Yeah.
And then it was.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, and so I've just been reading up on it. You know me, I like to dive down conspiracy lane. I like to read. I like to, I got that Libra moon. I like to look at everybody's perspective.
I'm not gonna shoot it down. You know what I'm saying? I you know what I'm saying? Because again, like when people are intentional about what they're intentional about, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Everybody see a motherfucker just right, okay.
Right. You're gonna get it like this. That's where I'm going with it. So look, I've been reading, in ancient cultures, some ancient cultures, they call what we call powers, they call them cities. You know what I mean? It starts with an S. I'll put the word up here. It's called cities. And so they basically say, like a lot of the Buddhist monks and the Tibetan monks, they say once you get to a certain state of balance and harmony internally, energetically, these things are what they are called supernatural, underlined on the natural, right? Yeah. And so I've been doing research on it. I've been thinking, and so I'm like, let's zoom out and zoom in. So I was thinking about like, what are the supernatural abilities that we already display as humans just in our day-to-day life? And the number one thing that keeps coming up in my head is like telepathy, right? We pick up on each other's vibes a lot. Mm-hmm. When you're around somebody, you definitely start to know them. You definitely start to build this telepathic connection. Sometimes you and your friend, or you and your partner, or you and your kids, or your mom and your dad might say the same thing at the same time because y'all tapping into that same frequency. And so, like, that's a form of telepathy. Mm-hmm. And I've noticed, I don't know about y'all, but I've noticed as time has been going on, I feel like we've all been picking up on each other's vibes a lot easier. You know what I mean? Like, more aware of the energy of the person. You see more and more people who aren't even necessarily aware of what I'm talking about being oh yeah, that person's vibe. I feel that person's vibe. That's everybody's
superpower. Mm-hmm. Everybody's superpower is themselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got some people that dream. You got some, like, I don't dream. I close my eyes and I open them.
Well, you just don't remember your dream. No.
Again, that's your perception of that. I don't. You know what I'm saying? All I know is I close them and I open them. You know what I'm saying?
That boy going to sleep with the joints. He going to sleep with the marijuana. That's what
no. Even without it.
Yeah.
But the superpower is every individual, because every individual brings something unique to the table, and when they could embrace themselves in that way, then yeah, that's your superpower, and being consistent with what that is. You know what I'm saying? So, like for me, I'm a connector. I connect with a lot of,
mm-hmm.
and it put me anywhere. And I'm, you know what I'm saying? Because I am me. You know mm-hmm. what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not calling you out the blue for no. I'm calling you to add value. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm a service.
Yeah.
So I know what I am and I know what I'm here to do. So I don't do outside of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm consistent with that. You know what I mean? You got my schedule.
Yeah.
You know I'm releasing an album every 3 months. What's Snow doing? He working.
Yeah.
You don't have to ask Snow what he doing. You know till 2024. My last album will be 8/16/2024.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't ask what I'm doing. I'm working. Yeah. What you doing? You working. Again, like, I know that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Again, like, he called me. I got in the town. Like, yo, I got this podcast. All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
We working. We're not calling each other for no, you know what I'm saying? And if we're not doing that, we're taking a walk. We working out. We would give boxing. But every time we interact with each other is building.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing outside of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's your superpower is you. And
what would you pick if you had if somebody was like, okay, out of all the Marvel superheroes, that this average superpowers that we know, super strength, flight, teleportation, all of that, what would you pick?
Consistency.
No, man. That is a superpower. No. That is consistent. I'm gonna be consistent.
Yeah, because again, like the person that's consistent is gonna finish.
Okay. What about you, Energy? What would your superpower be?
I mean, I want them all.
You want them all? You want that one for all? You want all the...
I want the eyes, the laser eyes. I want teleportation. I want levitation. I want to mix them both. I want to lever teleport.
A lever teleport?
Yeah, so now you see me, now you don't. I want to do it all, man.
You want to remix it. He said lever teleport.
Yeah, I mean, I've asked people the same question. One person told me, because I have a bit about it, and one person told me, you know what? I'll take the power of more bitches. And I just thought that would be a very encumbersome power to have, because you would never make it to none of the meetings. You're just gonna have problems all the time.
Oh wow!
Where's Jonathan? Well, he got more bitches. You know, his bitches done called. He ain't never making it to none of the criminal activity. He always get caught up because he got more bitches on the way. Nah,
man.
No, yeah. Well, like back to like the beginning of your question. Yeah, I think belief is very powerful. And who's to know, like, actually what's fully taking place with the people before us, you know, like first man, and like when the planet isn't coming into form, and like what even takes place on other planets and what's even possible. So it's like, I definitely feel that there's other abilities that we haven't tapped into, or that we, you know, are only, you know, brushing the surface on. And then I've done a little reading too, or done a little like, you know, research into some shit like that. And yeah, you definitely have accounts of like monks and shit. And if you heard of Abraham Hicks,
yeah, I have heard of Abraham Hicks.
She does a whole like prosperity, you know, vision of like, you know, forward thinking and being positive and shit like that. But she gave this one story about like how people ask that same question, you know, can we fly? Can we levitate? And she was like, yeah, you just got to have a strong enough belief. You just gotta strong enough belief that you can do it, and there has to be no doubt. And she gave an account like she's doing you know, a conversation like this, and she's in a room with like 8 to 10 people, and she was like, all right, we all agree right now that we're gonna levitate, you know. And she was like, in an hour into that, like 6 of them actually floated, you know, and came up and actually started levitating, you know. It was some real shit. So, and she gave another story about like how people were having dreams about this superpower. And she said some of the effects of like belief happens into like, it's our internal, you know, it's kind of like our internal, you know, breakdown. And then it's like how we feel about the external shit, right? So a woman is having a dream that she can fly. And in the dream, she's flying, completely flying. Fine. Yeah. You know, she's on some Peter Pan. She's out here, you know?
Yeah.
And then the moment that she looks down and sees someone sees her, and that person goes like, you can't fly, and she falls. You know, and it's because she kind of allows someone else's doubt to influence her belief that, you know, took away her flight. And I think that's kind of a big thing on like, you know, how we believe, the power that we, you know, create with that belief, and then how we associate that with our environment, because that's kind of like the mathematics of like what we gonna accomplish, you know. So I think it's definitely possible to do all that, you know, cool ass avatar shit. And I think I would like to do it all. Why limit to one?
Right. He said do it all. No, I agree. And you know, it's wild because I had a dream like that one time. I had this dream one time. I was in my old school where we used to have latchkey at. For those of you who don't know, latchkey is like after school program for kids whose parents work till 5. You feel me? Like if your parents work till 5 and they couldn't come get you, they had latchkey where you could stay. So I had this dream a little while ago. I was back in my latchkey place in the gymnasium, and all the kids was flying around, and all the kids were just flying. I'm like, what in the hell? And so I'm running around the gym, jumping up. I'm running around, jumping up and down. I'm like, how is y'all flying? I'm trying to fly. And then one of the little girls fly down to me, and she like, you're just trying to fly. Stop trying to fly and just fly. And then I was like, oh. Okay. And then as soon as she said that and I like released, I started floating a little bit. And then I was just like, it was almost like I was doggy pedaling. Then next thing you know, like he said, I was on my Peter Pan. But I bring up this topic because I've been seeing more on TikTok, kids about like teenage age, maybe a little bit older, a little younger, give or take. They've been posting videos about them doing telekinesis. And so, of course, it's a video. So it's like, of course, you could always be skeptical. But I've been seeing it more and more and more. And I've just been like, wow, okay, this is very interesting. Because me and Energy actually went to this meditation retreat a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. It was a 10-day meditation retreat called Vipassana, right? Y'all need to tap in with this. It's called Vipassana. And so basically it's a 10-day silent.
It's
11.
It is 10, 11. But it's really 11.
It's 11. It's a 10 parentheses 11. He's like, don't forget about that real, yeah. He said, don't forget about that one day. So they give us it's a 10-day silent meditation retreat. We meditate in 10 hours a day. Not all at once, but in blocks. First meditation, 2 hours, take a break. Another meditation, an hour here, an hour there. You go to sleep at the end of the day after class, Discord, you do it again. Right. So we went to this in 2017. Yo, after the end of it, the technique.
Hold on, can we kind of, I mean, yes.
Okay, no. Okay.
I just want to, after, it was so funny because, it was an amazing shedding of experience, no phone, no writing, no talking, no nothing, right? There's only one person to actually talk to. That's the go-between. Other than that,
that's like the teacher.
Yeah, there's no conversation, right? So the first 3 days, it feels like hell.
Yeah, for real.
You just what the fuck is this? And then for someone, even before that, I had meditated on my own. I had sat for 30 minutes here. I got to a point where I felt like I could really be focused and calm, right? And meditative. And I was, though I had never been tested like this, and no one actually, other than the alumni, I feel like a lot of people who went to it did not know what they was getting into because it was kind of militaristic style meditating. It was 3 hour blocks. It was 3 hour window. It was 3 hour blocks of meditation starting at 6 and then one after lunch, at 12. Yeah. And then another one at night, at 6, right? Mm-hmm. And then we'll go to sleep after that. And, bro, sitting for 3 hours for the first few times, even all up until the 9th day, I want to say, but everything else up until that, and they're teaching you and they're walking you through it, bro, your body and the aches and the pain and how your mind works and bro, it is not for the faint heart, bro. It was something that people were falling out. People were day 2, people were leaving. Day 3, people was leaving.
Yeah, but okay, so you wouldn't have been able to get that experience had you put yourself in that way. You know what I'm saying? So that was somebody telling you to do that. You know what I'm saying? You went into that place and that's somebody telling you every 3 hours we're gonna do this. I did it by jumping into a pool. In the beginning of 2020, the first 21 days I was here in LA, the pool was about 40 degrees. I would wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I would jump in that pool. It's just doing something that you don't really want to do. Yeah. You don't really want to sit there and do 3 hours of meditation. You don't want to. You know what I'm saying? So what you're teaching you is how to willingly do things that you don't want to do. The first day was hell. I did 3 minutes. I lasted 3 minutes in that cold water. The second day I lasted about 10 minutes. Yeah. On the third day I was doing push-ups and in and out the pool. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because again, I'm doing this for the next 21 days. Up, right? Yeah. I'm doing this for the next 21 days. So that's what y'all did. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? With you was testing you to okay, I'm now quieting my mind. Right. Intentionally.
Yeah. Right. And the wild part,
that's beautiful.
It was beautiful. And so like you're saying, it's a bunch of shedding. It's a bunch of
It's
layers.
a bunch of shedding.
It's a bunch of layers
It's a
and
bunch of
layers
shedding.
and layers coming off.
But
Because
then
you're
can-
learning how the body,
But then
the
you
body
communicate.
mechanics.
But then that's when you're saying like you're able to pick up on how people are feeling. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to really talk to get that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh shit. Well, you know what I mean? Because talk is relatively new.
Yeah.
We used to communicate sound.
Hold
That's
on, I
what I'm
think
talking about. The bowls are here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we got acai bowls. Y'all know how I feel about the acai bowls, man. Yo. If you ain't never had an acai bowl in your life, after this episode, stop right now. Stop everything you doing. Take $12.99. Go to your nearest juice spot and get an acai bowl. All right, extra almond butter if you rock that way. Some people like peanut butter. Some people like peanut butter. I like almond butter.
Extra almond butter, man. My man said extra almond butter.
Pinky up.
Make sure you extra almond butter. If you're ever in downtown LA or the
Wild living.
Yes. Order the gift special.
Yeah.
Extra
Shout out to
acai.
Gift. Shout out to Gift Davis.
Extra sauce in the almond butter department.
Yeah. And so it's crazy. That's the acai commercial. We got to start getting paid. We just who we been sponsoring? We sponsored Disclosure Fest in a couple episodes. We need a check. Wild Living, we need a check. No, I'm playing.
Run it up.
No, stop playing. Wild living, yeah, we do. Yeah. We
Wild
we
living
did.
for sure.
Wild Living, yeah, we do need some stock. I didn't drop
Wild
at least a
Living,
couple
y'all-
racks.
Man.
We didn't drop a couple racks in Wild.
Couple racks. Meal ticket at least.
The
ticket at least.
Yeah.
Like all of us?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Hell, bro,
No, definitely.
no, because I was going there since they opened.
Yeah.
The inception of that spot.
Yeah.
And the way that you've been in there buying acai bowls, this has been keeping them in business, bro.
No,
For
definitely,
real.
definitely.
Because
And-
I buy
and the prices are going up. Yesterday's price
prices-
ain't today's price.
Yeah, they on that Fat Joe. Wild Living.
bro, they
No.
prices been going up. I think I seen they change their price when I was ordering.
Change it again.
I was like, hell no.
He said they changed it when they was ordering.
Like, what the hell?
He's like, wait. Give me just a bit ago price.
Right.
Not the new one.
Right. But yeah, so acais, y'all. We go crazy over acais, especially if you're in a place where the sun is hitting. The acai and outside in nature in the sun is phenomenal. But let me
keeps
bring
you
it back.
hydrated.
Bring it back. Bring it forward to the to the sit, the meditation. I wanted to say this. After the end of that 10 days, yo,
You was telepathy.
yeah. So they teach you this technique, how to basically scan your body, right? Scan your body with your mind.
I wouldn't even say that's a good word.
Well, okay,
to
give me
define
help
it.
me paint the picture.
Essentially, they teach you how to fully bring awareness to every part of your body, from the heart, from like your pinky toe to just using your breath, and you can seriously take your consciousness anywhere in your
Anywhere.
body, right?
And when he says seriously take your consciousness,
I mean, you
they're
can't
like,
explain it.
Yeah, you
really
gotta feel
can't,
it.
because you really it was
It's a
because
process to get there.
It was a process.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
they're walking us through the process, and day 3 you can sense it, and the process is kind of like around here, right? Day 3 the process is around here. You're breathing, and you can really like sense everything, bro. By like day 4 or 5, you are like everywhere.
Yeah.
right? And you seriously can take your consciousness. It's a wild phenomenon. You can seriously take your consciousness anywhere in your body.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, champ, you're asking these questions. The superpower. You just in 2017 seen that that's possible.
Well, that's what I'm saying. After I left that 10-day meditation retreat, after I was scanning my body like that, I was like, oh, levitation is real. Ain't no way. This is only this was only 10 days.
Correct.
At 10 hours a day away from society, a fraction of a month, a fraction of detoxing from society and just quieting your mind gave us that ability or that awareness and that remembrance to be able to scan our body like that, to, like he was saying, you're literally taking your consciousness and just woof, woof, woof at the speed of light. And you're not really going to understand it until you feel it. So that's also, and another thing I said after I left the Vipassana meditation retreat, I was like, if I was king of the world everybody. That's what I would use the police for. Mm-hmm. The police for would be knocking at your door because you got to go get a meditation retreat because you got to get at least one in your life before you 18.
And that's why. And that's why I say my superpower is consistency. Because just imagine if you're consistent with what you just experienced for a whole year.
For a whole year,
right. You can't tell me you ain't about to be flying.
That's what I was saying.
And you're right. What was also You're right. What was also I thought was kind of funny to me is once we ended the meditation, we was basically damn near in tears, like emotion, just like, oh, this shit feels so good, right? But the first thing that I remember somebody saying was like, God, I didn't know this was gonna be a silent retreat. Hey, niggas like, man, I didn't get to talk for 11 days. He's like, I only came here because the Trump got in office, and I thought this was a vacation. He's like, I thought this was a real vacation. He's like, I didn't know what I was signing up for. Nigga, showed up, had to shut the fuck up. Like, no TV, no nothing. I was coming away to get away from Trump.
No,
bro, I was dying.
Hilarious.
It was dying because none of us really knew, and it was so cool that we all stuck through it. For those who stuck through it,
y'all went in there for a meditation. Yeah. What you got was something different.
Yeah,
and got something completely different.
And it was mind blowing. It was beautiful. It was tough, like you were saying. I started talking in my sleep again. My dreams were so heavy.
Oh, it was bad. My first night, I had to switch rooms.
Oh, somebody! I remember that.
I was staying in a room with someone who was snoring.
This is new. This is news to everybody, y'all. Like, this is the after effect of the who have y'all ever told this to?
We told this to probably the tribe, probably a couple around.
Yeah,
well, it's news to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
a couple people, yeah.
To that experience of like what it was afterwards, like, it's meaningful. You know what I'm saying? Because again, like, you went from removing yourself for 10 days and being still, and then to putting yourself into the mix again. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell the difference too. That was somebody
one thing. Was snoring and it made you.
Yeah, so it was like,
oh yeah,
I was like, my meditation gonna be all fucked up if I keep staying in this room. Yeah, because it's like anytime, it's always the snorers who sleep first, right? I don't know how they get the best sleep, but because they making so much noise, it don't make sense. It does not make sense. So it's three of us in a room, right? And they're not bunks beds, but they're like pretty small, like little cabin rooms. So we all have like a little twin, and they're like, different corners of the room. And bro, it has to be like 9:30 already. I was like, hold up. We ain't even supposed to be talking.
You said we're not supposed to be talking.
And you over here snoring like you ain't even supposed to be making noise. Like, you don't get to make noise. This is my time. I'm supposed to be. This is the only time I sleep. Like, this is the time I'm looking forward to, bro.
Wow. And look, we're not supposed to talk. We're not supposed to talk.
Oh, he talking.
You moved rooms.
I moved rooms. So yeah, I got to stay with the alumni, which the rooms was much, much bigger. It was larger rooms, dope, quiet. It was. I had an upper echelon experience.
I didn't know that experience.
I got to move to first class, basically.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
But the rooms are nice. No, but look, the rooms are nice.
The rooms are cool,
because look, the Vipassana. This is the background about the retreat. It's 100% free, right? The food is free. The lodging is free. Mm-hmm. The only thing you really paying for is getting yourself there. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And so they have centers all across the U.S. and all across the world. It's dharma.org. We'll plug it. But so everything's free, and you might think, oh, it's free. What we gonna be existing in if it's free? The dorms are nice. The dorms are nice.
I'm
they got
sure they got people that
everything's off of
because again, you get such an amazing experience. Anyone would love to add value to that place and to experience that. You know what I'm saying? So it's being funded some way.
Oh well, that's the cool thing. So the guy who's the teacher who we basically learn his lessons from, he's transitioned, by the way. He's passed away. He's gone. But his lessons.
You still here because we speaking about you.
Yup. And you're still teaching classes to this day. So we actually
Forever.
we learned from him as well, because
definitely.
at the end of the days,
Disciples.
at the end of the days, we would watch the Discord and he would teach the Discord. We would just watch it on video. So this guy, he came from the West, like I think India. His name is Goenka, and they had already had these centers set up on the east. I mean the east. He came from the east, in India and all them. So they had already had these centers, this concept set up out there. And I think in the 60s or 70s, he was like, it's time for me to take it out west. America need it. And everybody was calling him crazy because he was like, he ain't had no money to his name. He was like, I'm gonna go there. That's exactly.
He already had the teaching.
Exactly.
And that's the beautiful part. You know what I'm saying? That regardless, his teaching will continue because he added value. You know what I'm saying? And we all do. You know what I'm saying? To a degree, we all add value. And that's why when with my music, and it is a form of meditation.
Yeah.
And my music, you know, like you get to listen to it, and it's like I said, it's a form. Like I'm in a state of meditation every now, and meditation for me is meditation for me. How others perceive what meditation is, that's up to them. And you know, but it's just like quiet in the mind and just being. You know what I'm saying? We think we came here to make a living. We came here to make no living. We came here to be ourselves. So.
Hell yeah. So Goenka came over here, no bread. People was talking about, boy, you crazy. Ain't nobody gonna support you. He like, nah, the people gonna love it.
Yeah.
So basically, everything about the Vipassana meditation retreat is from volunteers. People volunteered and donated to help get them built. The people who actually build the centers are volunteers. The people who teach are volunteers. The people who cook are volunteers. And the people who attend are obviously volunteering their time to attend. And so after you go, they're like, okay, now you're like in. You already got your first 10 days down. Now you can come back as a server. So you can do ones if you want to come and you could be in the kitchen. You won't get all 10 hours meditation. You'll get 3 hours a day, but you'll be serving the people. You'll be making the food. You'll be making the breakfast. And they got high quality breakfast. And then at the end, they tell you, you know, you can donate if you want. My man was going in on the oranges.
Everybody knew, because it's so funny, because it's like when everyone's quiet, people still pick up on behaviors, right? So it's like every lunch, I would go in on the salad and the oranges. They had this fire ass sunflower seed dressing. It was like made out of fresh sunflower seeds and some other shit. It was so good. I wanted the recipe. I couldn't get it. But I would destroy the oranges. And everyone would just see me going back to the bowl for more.
It was
orange.
iconic.
I became like the orange. At the end of the retreat, everyone's like, man, you the orange man. They were like talking for the first time. They were like, you ate all the...
He orange. No,
he ate
all... No, he wasn't mango there. He was with the...
I was eating the fruit that was available. And for some reason, when you fast and
Where was it at? Where was it at again?
It was in Napa Valley.
No. Kelseyville, North California.
It was right next to, it wasn't Kelseyville, but it was right
that
next
where Napa Valley is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't too far. Yeah, it was like on the same mountain ridge or whatever, right? So,
no, and look, granted, we can't talk. So even though we friends and we at this meditation retreat, we still not talking to each other. We in our own worlds, but we still see him. And everybody, like you said, everybody looking, and I'm like, damn.
It's just a different language, right?
Bro,
yeah, exactly.
Just a different language.
He had every lunch, a plate full of oranges, getting the juice. Just go in. You just see mango come, boom.
I would destroy all of them.
And just destroy him. Everybody, and I know everybody thinking the same thing. We like, God damn.
And I would try to wait. I would wait and see if anybody else was going to get any. You know, and they're like,
oh, you was
But then people would wait. I think people would just leave them for me. Because they just knew I was going to get them anyway.
Hey, listen, man. The oranges, those are his.
Yeah, those are his.
Right. You know, because you got a lot of things to say after 9 days of not speaking. So when we first started talking, that was a lot of the first things we was all saying. Even me, I'm like, bro, you was going in on them oranges. My God.
Yeah. It was so fun because you pick up like, man, when you're meditating and you fasting like that, and I have a little experience with fasting and shit like that, you become really like simplistic in your desires, you know? So it's just like oranges was it. That was really satiating. It was fun. Beautiful. Like it was making me,
it satisfied your inner
having me this really expressive, sensation that I was able to have with myself and be like, yes, these oranges.
My man did 90
fire.
days, by the way, liquid.
Yes,
This gentleman
90 days
right
liquid.
here, 90 days liquid. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, we got a whole podcast on fasting. Tune in with episode 4. It's the episode right before this one.
and if you see these dots here, my man did what is the process on that called?
Combo. No,
You know,
that's combo.
Call him out on his drug use.
You
You see these wounds? No,
but this
he
is
got needle mark. No,
this
just
is all part of the healing, though. You know what I'm saying? My man felt intentional enough to feel like, cause the process is like you damn near killing yourself, cause it's poison. It's the toad's poison, right?
It don't sound good, but it's good, y'all. It is.
I'm sure for the people who know.
Yeah,
know,
it's
and
combo.
the people who don't know, they will.
It's frog medicine. So
No,
they
but it does that. You know what I'm saying? Like it gets all those impurities out your body. So you know what I'm saying? If your shit, you will swell up. All kind of shit will go on. You know what I mean? So like,
well, I had did my combo after my 90-day fast.
you know what I'm saying? Like he's nuts. Like he like after the 90 days, I'm about to just jump into this. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, like it's the natural progression. You know what I'm saying? Of someone that desires to be lighter and lighter, not just in the physical, but just all around. So, you know what I mean?
I'm waiting for I'm activating my cities. That's what it is. I'm going to keep eating these acai bowls. Y'all going to see me flying to get my acai one of these days.
I'm telling you, man, like, but just, again, like, just being intentional and being consistent. 90 days and then jumping into that.
I like that.
So again, like, it's that constant, like, oh, no, I'm not going to. Okay, I did that. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Some people will hang their hat on that. Oh, I did 90 days. That's not. He jumped right into the next. Consistency.
Speaking of consistency, so hold on, just to wrap it up about this superpower things. You might see people levitating. You might see people avataring. I've heard there's more people getting their superpowers. You said you want to what was?
Leva teleport.
Energy might be leva teleporting out here. That's the sauciest power out there.
You know when black people get it, we gonna sauce it up. We gonna change it up. You know, we ain't gonna just do the regular flying. We gonna switch it up. You know, we gonna be mixing and matching our shit.
So what would your superpower be? What would it be? The eyes, like the Cyclops, fire breathing? You know, just tap in the comments below. What superpower would you always want? We heard they happening. But speaking of consistency, you already activated your superpower, the power of consistency. When I first met Snow, he said I was doing a verse a day. I'm writing a verse a day for 90 days. Boom, hit that. Then he said, you know what? I'm doing a song a day for 90 days. Boom, hit that. Then he said, I'm releasing an album every 3 months. Boom, what we on album number?
8.
Okay, talk about it. Which album's coming up and what's the date?
The album is 8/16. And those are my dates. 2/20, 5/12, 8/16, 11/11 till 2024. It will be an album and an experience releasing every 3 months. This one is called El Mágico. The first one was Space Traveler, which is the introduction to your higher self. The sequel is the introduction to the healing. The Equinox is the balancing from the healing, which is album 3. Album 4 is the 4th quarter. That's when championships are won. The Big Homie is when you have created a narrative for yourself. And Avalanche is when snow is everywhere. Avalanche. Melody is to me it's just it's the quietness within the storm. Like, yeah, you go into the woods and meditate and be still, but can you be still in the midst of it? Melody.
So now we got El Mágico.
El Mágico is in Spanish is the magician, and it's what we all are. You know what I'm saying? Things don't happen overnight. No, they happen in a second. You can change your mind today, and it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, it might take a little bit longer for the outer world to experience that difference, but you can experience it right away. So be mindful about you, because there's nothing like you. There have never been a you. There will never be another you. And respect that.
Where can we get the albums?
$1,000,000boys.com. All my music is there. I don't really fuck with Apple because they don't pay me. And,
they don't pay. They don't drop the bag enough.
It's for now.
For now,
Because I'm gonna create enough leverage to when Apple won't want my music in there, and then we'll talk numbers.
Okay. And so,
Cut the check.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so you want to do one of your tracks today?
we can.
Okay, we got it queued up. Shout out to Dennis in the Def Noodles studio. First off, let's take another moment to shout out to Dennis in the Def Noodles studio. Been doing major things. Shout out to them for hosting something new under the sun. Dennis constantly doing this thing, talking about consistency. Yeah, Dennis is consistent too. Tap in with Def Noodles if you haven't already. But yeah, Dennis, did you ever get that email?
Yeah, fan mail at Def Noodles.
Oh, fan mail. I might have put it.
Okay.
Anyways, just send it right there, and then until then,
Fan mail, yeah,
Here.
fan mail. Yeah, y'all. So if you can remember, episode 3 was the last episode. We had an artist. Well, everybody's an artist. We had a music artist on here, Sauce God. He went in, and like I said on episode 3, anytime I bring an artist on here, we're gonna have him go in because it's only right. And one of these days, I'm gonna go in for y'all. But I just want to be in my host bag right here, okay?
Yeah,
y'all
not?
want my
Why not?
music? My music is streaming
Do I send you? Do I send with my vocals under or without my vocals?
without the vocals.
All right, hold on, just a second. Let me
Yes.
be professional.
So yeah, we're getting the we're getting the music
professional.
sent right now. I'm finishing this acai real quick. If you're listening at home, just go ahead and tell yourself I love myself.
One more time.
Cause I don't know if y'all did that already.
So this is the one where you
Yes.
And so
Love yourself. Like, the only commitment is you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you could commit to you, you commit to everything else. Because everything else is you.
that's a fact. And
Shout out to the acai. Give
Shout out to
my man
the
some
acai.
energy. Shout out to Energy for being here. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh
being
yeah, hell
present.
yeah. Thank you.
what's up, Energy? Why ain't you tapping with your acai? It's gonna be melted.
Because we about to end in like 5 minutes. And I can just eat it when we get outside.
He like, can I just be in a?
You
know what I'm
right.
saying?
I'm checking up on his acai.
yeah. You worried about my eyesight. Yeah.
He like, your acai
You
in
gonna
trouble.
finish
Yeah, it's melting and everything.
This is neglecting it. What is he doing?
Your acai in trouble right now, man. He like, oh, wait a second. Get your eyes. Who sent you?
And then
Acai.
Snow, you about to drop these bars, and then you about to go straight to the studio, right?
Yes, I'm going to the studio to finish the album. So I'm gonna be recording today and tomorrow. Finishing El Mágico. I just had a son, Noel Leon Nieves, born at 5:55 on July 8th.
Hey, that boy came in on the angel number.
Yeah, so again, a lot of wonderful things are in the making, and I just appreciate everyone for being themselves and allowing for this to be the case, and I just want to say thank you. You know. what I'm saying?
Hey, y'all remember what Jerome said last week about that 555? He said it's like having a bag of nickels. You can expect a lot of change.
Bars.
That's when that 555 pop up. Jerome hit us with that OG wisdom.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, we here, we live. Something new under the sun.
got
Mr.
it?
Snow about to drop.
All right, let's grow.
Let's get it. What's this called?
Manifestation guideline.
Manifestation.
Yeah.
Can you turn it up just a little bit? Let's get it. Yeah.
Many couldn't see the vision, so they did what they must.
Whoop.
I follow intuition, and it's me that I trust.
Yeah.
I don't question the mission or how it's getting done. I just know that it's done, so I move as I want.
Whoop.
Come and go as I please.
Yeah.
Know it all to be me. Now I know to be facts in the seen and unseen.
Okay.
Me taking a loss.
Nah.
I don't know what that means. Never ever have I ever felt that ever happened to me. Look, I've been winning since before
Yeah.
I ever got on my feet.
Yeah.
I don't force it, I just let it happen naturally.
Yeah.
What I say to be so, that's how it shall be.
Whoop.
I don't play no games, so don't play them with me. Look,
Yeah.
call on it and it's here.
And it's here.
We ain't about to make this weird.
Weird.
Your creation, I'm creation. Say the word and it appears.
Whoop.
It's your demand, your request. Make sure that you're clear.
Yeah.
Show the man your request. Make sure that it's clear.
Woo.
Call on it
And it's here.
We ain't about to make this weird.
Nah.
Your creation, I'm creation. Say the word and it appears. Show the man your request. Make sure that it's clear.
Yeah.
Show the man your request. Make sure that it's clear.
Woo.
I broke bread with a lot of heads, but you know shit be changing. Used to be like family, now distant strangers.
Damn.
Please do me a favor, y'all. Don't do me no favors.
Okay.
I don't major in minor shit. I took the lack and then I minused it.
Woo.
Changed my behavior. More alpha than beta.
What else?
Feeling so complete. Lord knows I'm in his favor.
Woo.
On my way to the top. Lord knows how many traders getting all this love. Lord knows I don't need haters.
Woo.
I'm about the impact. I don't care to be famous. See the money I am worth more than paper.
Woo.
I'm about the impact. I don't care to be famous.
Yeah.
See the money I am
Woo.
worth more than paper.
Yeah.
Call on it and it's here.
Yeah.
We ain't about to make this weird.
Yeah.
Your creation, I'm creation. Say the word and
And it appears.
Show the man your request. Make sure that you're clear.
Yeah.
Show the man your request. Make sure that it's clear.
Woo.
Call on it and it's here.
And it's here.
We ain't about to make this weird.
Nah.
Your creation, I'm creation. Say the word
And
and
it
it appears.
Hey.
Show the man your request. Make sure that you're clear.
Woo.
Show the man your request.
Make sure that you
clear.
Woo! Okay, and with that, we dropping the mother loving mic. It's something new under the sun. We got my man Mr. Snow, Energy, episode 5. It's a wrap.
We just talking about
and love.
fives. We just talking about fives. Let's grow.
That was good.